So much of being a State House reporter is holding elected officials accountable and revealing for the public how the process really works. My name is Austin Jenkins, and the challenge that I was confronting in Comm 536 was how to connect people, the citizens of Washington State, to what's happening in their state capital, in Olympia, where a lot of decisions are being made, a lot of money is being allocated and spent, but there seems to be a disconnection between that capital environment and the 7 million Washingtonians who are going about their daily lives. So how to connect the public to what's happening in their state capital was my communications challenge. I knew going into this project that lobbyists owned houses in the South Capitol neighborhood adjacent to the state capitol. I knew that Boeing, the Boeing company, had long had a little bungalow right across the street from the Capitol, sometimes referred to as the owner's box, reference to the significant influence that Boeing has had historically in this state. The research that I did sort of led me to the idea that whatever my solution was going to be had to be visual. That got me thinking about how could I represent something that I think is important and interesting about what happens in Olympia, in the state capitol, in a visual way. So my project was called Lobbyhood, a play on Hollywood and neighborhood. And what I did is created a 3D representation of the South Capitol neighborhood, which is a residential neighborhood, right around the state capitol. And in this neighborhood, lobbyists have bought up 1 in 4, possibly even 1 in 3 of the homes in the closest in blocks. So this 3D representation of the neighborhood shows you the houses, and it shows you who owns them, how much money those lobbyists are making, and then there are little yard signs in front of each house representing the clients that these lobbyists represent. Many of them are contract lobbyists who have many clients. Then I connected those homes to the Capitol using the equivalent of fishing line, and hung from that fishing line, from that filament, the policies that these clients do want or don't want, and the campaign contributions that they've made to state legislators to try to literally connect the lobbyists and their clients to outcomes in the state legislature. I viewed this project as an analog model for what could ultimately be a digital tool that news consumers could use when they read a story that I'm working on in concert with another reporter about how special interests and influence work in Olympia. It's a game that advantages insiders. And to the extent that as a reporter I can reveal that to outsiders so that they understand what's really happening and how it's working, the more I can do that, the more I think I can connect people to what's happening in their state capitol. And that seems really important to do